Hello, Paul. I was just tinkering. Is my audio working? Ah, cool. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you. It actually worked. I can't believe it. I normally have a few problems with my YouTube when setting it up. Thank you, Paul. It was a very quiet day, but it's the way I like it. I don't do a big Christmas these days. Not like some people who cover their houses in lights and tinsel and inflatable snowmen and all that stuff. I'll just mute the telly. Not working. There we go. Right. Yeah, that's typically what it is for me. But I don't eat more food. But for a lot of people it is, isn't it? It's buying all this fancy food for Christmas, stuff themselves and fall asleep in their chair for the rest of the evening. There's probably millions of people around snoozing away at this time of night on Christmas Day. Mind you, there's not much on the television, so they're probably better off. You've had your nephew with you, I hear. Is he somebody you see quite often, or is it something that you do just over Christmas and birthdays and special occasions? I feel like I should have some Christmas music on, but if I do that, I'll probably get shut down by YouTube for some sort of copyright issue. So I'll have to leave the music off, fortunately. Just copy that. What was I doing? Just a moment, just a couple of messages to send. Oh, he's flying back home. Where's he come from? Did you say you've got relatives in Australia? Or am I thinking of somebody else? Hello, Matt. Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Hope you've had a nice Christmas. Ah, okay. Over from Japan. Now, that does ring a bell. You did mention Japan before, so yeah, I'm muddling you up with somebody else who's got relatives in Australia. So is he more of a Western origin, or is he an Oriental origin? I don't know if you're if it's your nephew, whether it's your brother or your sister that's gone over there and married a Japanese woman, for instance. And what does he think of the UK? Because I take it was he born in Japan? Cool, glad you're well, Matt. Hopefully you're having a nice relaxing evening, like most people at this time on a Christmas day. Stuffed yourself silly with food and feet up, relaxing. Ah, okay. So he's well versed in the English ways then, if he's studied over here. Well familiar with the UK. I do know somebody from many years ago who went over to Japan to teach English as a foreign language. I don't think he ever came back. I think he stayed there. He loved it. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, these are my black patent 5-inch heel stilettos. Probably my favourite shoes. I wear them with most things. That's better. And wearing with red fully fashioned stockings as well, which have got a Havana heel on them. So gone with the red this year. I normally wear the black nylons with this outfit, or the white ones, so I've decided to wear red this year. I can stand up and give you a show of the legs, Matt. I can't show you anything more than that because it's YouTube. So we have to be a little bit more sensible on here. I can give you a little twirl. Although I can't see what that looks like on the screen because it's slightly delayed, so. There you go. You did get a look at the underwear, matching red, I'm glad to say. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Matt. There's only so much I can do on here, so. But hopefully that's enough anyway. No, these aren't Geo. These are a pair I bought many years ago. These are Eleganti. I've only worn them about half a dozen times. They feel very much the same, but Geo's got a nicer finish to them. But the Elegantis tend to be more durable, which is why I've had these for so long and they've lasted. Although I've got the signs of a slight run in them, so. But yeah, these are Elegantis, so. Well, I do wear Geo most of the time, as you know. They are my preferred choice these days. I've also bought some Servan, but I haven't tried them yet, so I'm going to try those this week, and we'll see how they feel on. I did also buy 3 of the limited edition colour suspender belts from Geo. I bought the one in teal, the one in Luscious Lemon and the one in Mulberry. So I've got those to try as well. Well, it's interesting you say that, Paul, because I find for me the Geos have got the smoother, more silky finish than Elegante. Elegante's got a slightly rougher feel, not a rough, but it's not as slick as the Geos. I find. Obviously, you've got a different opinion on that. So they are nice. They are nice. I just prefer the Geos. Santa hat as well, but it's a bit, doesn't stay on my head very well. Let's see if we can get that in there. Oh, whoops, stick it off to one side, there we go. Don't know how that looks yet because I can't see it on the screen. I'll find out in 30 seconds. There we go. That half glass went down quite quickly. Well, I'll do some photos in the Geo suspender belts over the next couple of weeks, and then you can see those. I think they're really nice. I just wish they had wide strap suspenders on them rather than the narrower straps. They are very nice. Yeah, they They look narrower in the pictures, so I was assuming they would be. I was hoping it was that they were a little bit wider than they actually are, but still, they're still beautiful, lovely colours. I did leave a review for them, and I did say in the review that I wish you'd do these in wide straps, so at least the feedback's come back to them. I don't really know why they did them in narrow straps, because typically with nylon stockings you do wear the wide strap suspenders because they give more pull on the stockings, but I guess there was a reason for it. I don't know. They do. I personally prefer the look of wide straps, but you know, it's all about the pull as well. They give a much stronger pull on the nylons. They keep everything where you want it to be. So, but I do think they look better as well. They just go hand in hand with nylon stockings. Yeah, I think they're nice. I like the feel of them as well. They're a little bit more. The clips are bigger generally, and I just like the whole feel of them. And look, but still, maybe they read my feedback and release some wide strap versions of them. Probably not, but you never know. So I'm glad you came on tonight, because I knew it was going to be very quiet on here tonight. I think it was the last time I did a Christmas Day stream. I think it was 4 years ago. And I ended up doing it for 4 hours. Can't imagine why, but there were people coming and going, but I don't think there was any more than half a dozen people on at any one time, so, because it's very quiet usually, but so I'm glad you stopped in, otherwise I'd be talking to myself. Not for 4 hours though. Yeah, it must have been. It must have been 4 years ago, because that was back in the day when I was still smoking inside the house. Before I cleaned it all up, decorated it, new carpets, new windows. Everything's changed. Central heating's come in. Complete overhaul. So I can't ruin it now by having a cigarette in the house. So I have to pop outside for my cigarettes. But I gave up the daily habit of smoking probably 3 years ago now. So that last stream would have been about 4 years. I think on that one I wore the white stockings for that one. Which would have been eleganti as well. It's only in the last few years I've started wearing geo, probably in the last 3 years. Yeah, it's probably about that long that we've been chatting, isn't it? Maybe 3 or 4 years, on and off, more so in the last couple of years. But I think we were chatting a little bit before that. Around COVID time, it would have been, wouldn't it? 2020. Everybody was online because there was nowhere else to go. Yeah, it was good in that respect. Not a good time though. I could never call it a good time. I mean, I was quite lucky because I evaded COVID, and to this day I've not had COVID. So I feel like I've been quite lucky, but of course it certainly wasn't for so many people, sadly. But definitely a captive audience in terms of anyone doing anything online. It was plenty of people around to check in and watch, so it was good in that respect. But I'd never be joyful about that fact, considering how awful the time was for so many people. So what are you doing for New Year then, Paul? Have you got anything exciting lined up? I know you said you've got more family coming over at the weekend, and that you're going to be the tour guide for them. What about your New Year plans? Anything exciting lined up? Yeah, well, I mean, it was an awful time, wasn't it? Nobody saw it coming, so it's yeah, awful. Okay. Well, I might do a New Year's Eve stream for anybody who hasn't got anything to do on New Year's Eve. If you're stuck at home, I might just do a New Year's Eve stream. So now that I know it's working, I wasn't sure if this was going to work because I've just bought a new laptop and transferring everything over. You've got to set it all up again, and I remember I had a bit of a mess trying to get the the stream to work on my PC. So thankfully everything went smoothly tonight. This is the first stream I've done on my laptop. So if you're at a loose end next week, Paul, I might be around New Year's Eve. But hopefully you find somewhere more fun and interesting to go out, and you can have a proper night out with people. Because I wouldn't wish a night at home on their own for anyone unless that's precisely what they want to do. So. Which for me is exactly what I want to do, because I'm well past the time of going out into pubs, doing all the New Year stuff. And actually, these days, the bars are rubbish. I don't know what they're like in London for you, but I was talking to Steph the other day, and we're talking about back in the 80s, a Friday night, a Saturday night, even a Monday and a Thursday night, you had to queue up to get into nightclubs. You had to pay to get in. You had to meet a certain dress requirement to get in. Everywhere was packed. Nowadays, most of these places are absolutely dead. So I'm not sure, there's any sort of going out sort of events going on these days. Well, there you go. If you're around next, when will that be? That'll be Tuesday. As long as I know one person's coming on, I will do a live stream. Because that's all I need, is one person to be here chatting to. As long as I've got that, I'm happy. I just don't want to be sat here on my own, sort of twiddling my thumbs, whilst the odd viewer comes in and sits there in quiet. Hello, Matt. You're back again. A night with me would be good. Well, it seems my night on New Year's Eve is going to be sat here in front of YouTube. So if you're happy to sit here in front of, well, I would say millions of people, but probably 4 people. It's probably more accurate. Although my live streams do go up for people to watch who weren't here during the live stream, so maybe a few thousand. What have you got lined up, Matt? Are you not doing anything, I take it? Yeah, I think the whole going out thing has kind of died, hasn't it? It certainly has in the UK. It certainly has in Cheltenham. I don't know what it's like in London and bigger cities, Bristol and Birmingham. I mean, maybe there are venues that still, pick up big crowds of people. I mean, if you've got a nice atmosphere and you've got lots of people out, it's great to go out on Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. I would enjoy it, but because I know that you'll only get half attendance to the venue, it kind of It's not worth it, I don't think. It's better off arranging something else, meet friends at home. It's just not the same going out. If you haven't got the vibe and the energy from a lot of people, those kind of events don't work for me anymore. And yes, it's expensive, isn't it? It's I mean, these days with cost of living and all that, most people can't afford it anyway. Or so they say. I mean everything's gone up really quite steeply, but I mean the war in Ukraine has obviously played its big part in that. And sadly, we won't see the prices come down because the manufacturers they'll jump all over it now. They've put their prices up because they felt they needed to cover the increase in logistical costs. And now people are paying it because they've got no choice but to pay it, and struggling. They'll keep the prices up. And I think, well, people are paying it. Who cares if they're struggling? They have to pay it. They have to feed themselves. They have to heat their homes. It's really sad, but sadly that's where we are now. Which means, yes, people can't afford to go out and do the things that they used to do. They can't throw £100 on a good night out quite as easily as they used to be able to do, or as often. I mean, hotel prices have gone up so much in the last few years as well. I remember when you used to be able to get a Travelodge for £25, not that long ago. Now you're lucky if you can get it for under 50, and you're often paying over 100, and that's just for a Travelodge. You know, you're right. They never come down. Once they know people will pay it, and it's not because people want to pay it; it's because people have to pay it. But that's the sad way of the world. It's a greedy world. The only thing that really matters in the world to most people is money, and sadly that's what drives the world. If somebody can get rich off something, they will exploit it to the maximum without a consideration for the cost that has on other people. That's the world we live in, sadly. Merry Christmas. It's my Christmas speech. Yeah, I mean, the only way you can get a cheap hotel these days is if you book so far in advance. But then if you book in advance, you can book some, can't you, where you get a cheaper price, but you don't get a refund if you can't take the hotel. I think that's probably the best way to go these days. If for some reason you need to cancel, you lose the money, which is probably the best way to go. That's the only way to get a cheap hotel these days. If you want the option to have a refund, you're going to pay near £100 for a hotel. And when it comes to Cheltenham race week, prices go up stupidly. I saw somewhere that there were rooms going for £1,500 late on, when there were very few rooms left, which is insane. Bar humbug, yeah, bar humbug, that's me. But at least I put my Santa uniform on. Uniform outfit. Uniform's not quite the right word. So this is as Christmassy as I get. As you can see, I haven't got any decorations up. Mainly because I haven't got any, but I'm not going to buy any, so. I like Christmas. I like the vibe. I like a little bit of the Christmas music. and I love my Miss Santa outfit. But that is Christmas for me. Beyond that, don't want to do family stuff, don't want to stuff myself silly, don't want to buy in special food for it. Um, and as I was saying to you earlier, the thing I do miss about when I was younger, I remember that Christmas was it was an opportunity to watch some films that just don't come on television very often these days. I'm thinking of the old films that were the old classic, The Great Escape, Escape to Victory, Guns of Navarone, a few the good old war films. It would be Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the original Wizards of Oz, those kinds of movies. They just don't come around. That's what Christmas used to be about, sitting in front of the telly watching those good old movies. Um, I say they don't come around, they probably do, but there's so many channels now these days, you just can't find anything. But it's all modern movies whenever I look up anything. And I don't want to watch another Marvel film or something that I've seen in the last 5, 10 years. I want something that reminds me of Christmas when I was a kid. Thank you, Paul. I think you would be calling out a tradesman to, how shall I put this, to come and remove the blockage from your chimney if I was to try and slip down it. Unfortunately, I probably wouldn't get down many chimneys these days. Gene Wilder, yeah, that's another name from many years ago. He was in See No Evil, Hear No Evil, another good old film. Very humorous that was, with Richard Pryor, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. You saw that in the cinema? Wow, that was a long time ago, Paul. That must have been back in the 80s, that one. Hmm. Not that I can remember seeing it, of course. I mean, I would have watched a rerun of it, just in case anybody's wondering. I wish. Oh my God. Oh, you wish. I remember seeing. Now, did I see Star Wars at the cinema, or was it The Empire Strikes Back? I can't remember which one was the first one. I saw the first film I saw at the cinema actually was Watership Down as a youngster. I was probably a tearful youngster because it's quite a moving moment in that film. I know, Paul. I'm far too young. I know. That's what I keep telling people, but they just don't believe me. That's it, yeah. Pride times. I'm not going to sing it. I can't sing either, unfortunately. That's certainly not amongst my talents, whatever those talents may be. But yes, Bright Eyes, that was the tune. And you saw Star Wars at the cinema, Paul. You're old enough to remember those, Matt? Or are you a youngster compared to me and Paul? I better add that in there. $1977, that was Star Wars, was it? 77. Crikey, I would have been, I'm not even going to say. I'll let you do the maths. Hello Kelly, thank you very much. Happy Christmas to you. I hope you're well. And I hope you're having a nice evening on Christmas Day. I thought I'd put the cam on for an hour or so. Saying that, I did that 4 years ago. I said I'll put the cam on for an hour or so, and 4 hours later I was still on cam, but I don't think it'll be that long this time. Oh, 79. 79 and 77. You're one of the oldest too, Matt. That's good. You're in good company. That explains why we're online at this time of hour on Christmas Day, sorry. Christmas Day. Because we're looking to just chill out, relax. Hi Kelly. I know a few Kellys. You're not the Kelly from Australia that I speak to from time to time, are you? Because I don't do live streams very often, I don't see the usernames, so I'm assuming not. But I do know a few Kellys that I've spoken to. There you go, Matt, I said it. Us old folk. Okay. Have I spoken to you before, Kelly? I mean, I've not done that many live streams, so, but I may have spoken to you in the past on one of them. I do them so infrequently that I can never remember. But nice to see you here anyway. I hope you're having a nice festive period. I take it you're from the UK then, are you? Although I don't know why I'd assume that, because you could be from anywhere, couldn't you, on YouTube? I'm younger than you, Matt. Ah, thank you. That's made my Christmas. Somebody said I'm younger than them. As long as you're not 99, Matt, that's, I'm happy. We have chatted before, yeah, it's quite possible. Okay, yeah, I chat on a number of sites. Chicks and Fab, Birchplace, a few places. $57, okay. You beat me then, Matt. I'm not going to say, you know how many years it is. There's no point in me saying I'm not going to say how many years by, but I don't want to put it out to the world. 32. Can we just say 32? Well, I might pop on there a bit later, Matt, at some point. But this is my chill zone on YouTube. I can stand up and give you another. And for Kelly, because Kelly hasn't seen the outfit. The Santa. And oh, there goes my hat. And red fully fashioned stockings with red suspenders. Let's see if I can get my hat back on. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Paul. And got my ankle chain as well, which a friend bought for me. A little diamante ankle chain, which I like very much. You have to excuse me for 2 moments. I will be back. I know, Paul, I love ankle chains. Thank you, Matt. There we go. These, if you haven't tried them, are really nice. Tesco Finest tortilla chips, chili salsa rubber. Really nice. Thank you, Matt. I do like showing my legs off, as you know. It's been a while on YouTube though. I'll have to do some more videos. I wouldn't call them posh, Paul. Tesco's. Not exactly posh. I don't, Kelly. I started the YouTube thing about 4 years ago. I mean, there's so many girls who do stuff weekly. They really get stuck into it. I did my first about 4 years ago. I did an outdoor smoking video, and I just wanted to put it up on YouTube just to see what sort of response I would get. And then I did a few more, and I enjoyed it, but it wasn't something I wanted to do too often. And it's kind of, I've only, in the last 4 years, I've probably only done something like 6, 7 videos and maybe 5 live streams. So it's really not a lot. But I would enjoy doing it more. But back then I had a car running, and at the moment I haven't. So it makes it a bit more difficult for me to get out with the big camera, because when I do the YouTube stuff outdoors, I want to take the digital camera out to make sure I get the best quality video. And also it's good in darker light as well when I go out in the evenings. But I am hoping to do a few more. I think the last video I did was probably back in March, April. It's been a while. But I've got a lot of people on my channel, they like smoking. They want to see Tgirl smoking. There's loads of channels out there now for people who want that, so I don't feel like I'm depriving anybody of anything. But I would like to get out and do a few more, but the problem is the cigarettes I smoke or preferred to smoke were Moors, which are a 120 slim cigarette, and you can't get them in the UK anymore. So it's not the same for me just smoking a regular cigarette. It doesn't really tick the boxes for me. So I never went on and did more stuff, but I probably would do more live streams if because fully fashioned stockings are certainly one of my passions. But I think most of my subscribers are smoking fans, so they kind of switch off to the nylon related stuff, and it's all about the smoking. If I'm not doing the smoking stuff, they're probably not that interested in what I'm doing. So, and to do live streams, I'm motivated to do it. If I had 50 people come on tonight, or I knew 50 people would come on tonight to participate in the live stream, I would do it, absolutely. And I'd do it regularly, but it's my channel just doesn't have enough people subscribe to it to make that happen. So if that changes, I will do more. Out of interest, Kelly, what is it you look for when you go on YouTube and you're looking for a channel that you can follow and watch from week to week? What kind of thing is it you're looking for? Is it Tgirls? I'm guessing from your username that it probably is. Is there a smoking interest, or is it just getting to know somebody, or is it particular types of clothes or nylons that attract you? I'm very curious to know what people like. It is. very niche, very niche. And that can be smoking, it can be nylons, it can be heels, it can be latex, it can be a scene like the BDSM scene and something related to that. Or it can just be a particular individual that catches somebody's eye and they just like what she does. But it's always a niche thing, I think. What about you, Paul? What is it you look for? Because you were watching some of this, what's it called? The video stuff where it's all about the noises, if I'm not mistaken. So you probably can't hear that on cam, but they had high sensitive audio devices that would pick up all the little sounds. Which until you mentioned it, I never heard of before. But there seems to be an interest for it. That's it. Yeah. Although I can't remember what it stands for, but I'm sure you'll know. Yeah, there's certainly an audience for it, because if there wasn't, then these people would never make it, and there are quite a lot of people doing it now. So. Okay. Yeah, I do wear pantyhose from time to time, but it's kind of rare for me. I prefer fully fashioned stockings and RHT stockings. They would always be my preference. But there are times where I wear, if I'm going out for a night out in Bristol or Birmingham at this time of year, I'm probably wearing opaque. We call them pantyhose. In the UK, we call them tights, of course, but I hate the word tights. It sounds so unsexy. Pantyhose has got something a little bit more sexy about it. But I don't wear them unless it's just more convenient to wear them when it's cold. So the last time I went out was in Bristol about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I wore a ribbed green sort of turtleneck dress, long sleeves, very short, with black opaques, and over the knee black suede boots with a 5-inch heel, because it was just too cold to wear fully fashioned stockings out. But very occasionally I will wear them, because I have got some Walfords, only the one pair, and Walfords are really nice. They feel really nice quality, like the Geo fully fashioned stockings. What's that? Auto-sensory meridian response. Oh, there you go. I'll never remember that, Paul, but thank you. Yeah, or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, there will be some hosiery ones, because I mean, I don't know what kind of mics they're using, but they really do pick up the slightest of sounds, don't they? And they can pick up that which you just won't pick up on my cam mic. So yeah, it's not just me then, Kelly. Tights is, oh, I just have the vision of something that my grandma might have worn. There's nothing Ooh, no, I'm not even going to think about it. There's something really unsexy about the word tights. But pantyhose, which is obviously what the Americans call them, totally different. And one of the big differences is that pantyhose tend to be sheer to waist, whereas tights tend to have that opaque bit in them, which is what makes them really unsexy as well. But, you know, that's just my opinion. That comes from a stocking wearer rather than the pantyhose wearer. It sounds like you've probably got the same view. Yeah, it was, Paul. It was quite a nice outfit. It's what kind of green is it? It's a sort of army green, I'd call it. But it, high neck, long sleeves, short boots, perfect for winter. And we went to Bristol and a pub called the Phoenix, which is literally right next door to the Cabot Circus car park. Literally walked out of the car park 20 yards and there was the pub. Perfect. Which was good because I was wearing 5-inch heels. I wasn't going much further than that. Yeah. No, I'm impressed that you remembered it, Paul. The question is, did you get it right? Hmm. Yeah, but there will be probably people who find it, the word itself, probably quite sexy. We're all different. But not for me. No. If I'm wearing hose, they've got to be probably sheer to waist. And I'm always going to call them pantyhose, regardless of where I bought them from. Hello, Adam. Merry Christmas. Now, it's a while since I've done a live stream, so are you Adam? And if you are, you'll know what I mean by that. If you're not, then if you're the Adam I speak to all the time, then you'll know. Otherwise, nice to meet you, but I think you are. I can't remember. Since the FA Cup final stream would have been the last time I actually saw you on a live stream. So there's only one Adam. Yeah, actually, I'd agree with that. I'm not going to say why. Merry Christmas. I hope you've had a good day. Watford's lovely. They are lovely. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it, Kelly. That's what I mean when I say, as much as I love Geo fully fashioned stockings, wearing them 100% of the time just isn't practical. Because there are times where, if I go out for a night out and I'm going out with Steph, for example, um, I'm going out for a good night out, a good social night with my friends. We're going to meet some other people. I don't really want to go with my dress so far up that my geo stockings are on show. As much as some of the men might like that, that's not really what we go for. So that's where I'd wear pantyhose. So totally on board with that. Yes. Yeah. If you're going out, you don't want to attract the wrong attention. I think is probably the right word. You want people to appreciate the legs, but not looking necessarily like a hooker or a prostitute for the UK people. Yeah, you're split, aren't you, Adam? You're 50-50 on stockings and pantyhose. We're not allowed to call them tights anymore. It's so unsexy. Just not allowed. Yeah, exactly, Kelly. The wrong attention. Do you go out then, Kelly, or is it you just go out for your quiet nights out just to shoot some video? Or do you go out on the social scene as well? Where are we at? 73 minutes. It was me saying it's only going to be an hour. We're already 1 hour 13 in. And I'm only just warming up. Firstly, Adam, the word tights is unsexy. And secondly, you say you're not as posh as me. You're not posh at all. Full stop. Anyway, I'll give you a quick tour of the outfit as you've just arrived. Well, you've seen it anyway. You saw it on Friday night, didn't you? So it's pretty much the same outfit again. So I've managed to get my hat to stay on. But there you go. The red Eleganti funny fashion stockings. Thank you, Adam. Okay, Kelly. Is the social scene something you want to do? It might not be something that you actually are motivated to do. Or is it you just haven't got the opportunity to do it? Because you don't know the right girls or you haven't got an event close to you? I mean, if you had an event right on your doorstep, well, maybe not on your doorstep, because I'm not sure if I'd go to an event if it was in Cheltenham, right here. No, actually I would, but that's only because I've been out quite a few times. But if you had an event close by and you knew some girls that were going, would you go? Or is it one of those things that you might think is maybe a step too far for what you want to do? They are the same stockings, Adam. Yeah, I thought I'd do the same outfit because the cam I did the other night was obviously to a different audience. So obviously you're here as well, so you're the first person seeing the same outfit from the other night. But yeah, I thought I'd do the same one because I've done the Miss Santa. I think the stream I did 4 years ago, I think I wore white stockings. I can't be certain, but I'd have to look it up. But I think I did white. I've worn black with it, and I thought I'd do red this year. So a bit of both, Kelly. So yeah, so you're not. Well, if you're going to do it, you'd want to be 100% motivated to do it. It's got to be something that you really want to do. If it's not, then yeah, it's it's just not your thing, is it? But maybe that change. Maybe you're kind of sitting on the fence about it. You might like to try it, but it sounds like you might like to try it, but you're not actively looking to try it. It's good though. You'd absolutely love it if you went out. Absolutely love it. I love my first night out. I can't remember much about it, but I love every night out. It's just great. Miss Claus strikes again. Yes, she does. I don't believe there's an E on the end of Claus there, unless I'm mistaken. If there is, I'm going to look particularly stupid now. Okay. Well, if it was ever something you wanted to do, Kelly, the best thing you can do is, I would say, the best approach is obviously to. I mean, I guess you meet people. You might, maybe you don't, but if you meet a few people local to you, with a view to forming friendships, and then get a feel for how they look, you'll probably find that along the way you'll find somebody who has done the social scene, and then you can gauge by looking at them, looking at yourself, whether you feel comfortable going out or not. But there's always people who will help you out if you wanted to try it. But equally, it's all about how motivated you are. If it's something you really want to do, it's something that can happen. If it's not, you know, it's not your thing. Don't need to push it. Steph 2.0. Sanity clause. Well, you're right there, Paul. Maybe the typo wasn't the E on the end of clause. It was the missing. Well, the missing I in the change of the Y to an A. Sanity clause. We live in an insane world. Nothing more said. I'm really trying not to eat these too quickly because they're so nice, but they've just started to kick in there. Stop down. Well, no, it's been very quiet. I think the maximum number of people I've had watching is 5. There have been 1, 2, 3, and 4 people have spoken in chat. So very quiet. I mean, I look at some people's streams, but they got thousands of subscribers, and they'll get sort of 700 people on. But I do these ones in the blue moon. I do them without any kind of announcement. I just decide, you know what, I want to go on. See who's around. I knocked Paul up earlier just to see if he was around because knocked Paul up. That's probably not the right phrase, but you know what I mean. Just to see if somebody was around, that so that I wouldn't be sat here on my own doing a live stream to myself. But it has been quiet, but I'm not fussed as long as I've got a few people, you know, taking part. You know, that's all that matters. So. Sexy claws. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, that sounds so much better. I like that one. Thank you. I'll take it. Yeah, that wasn't really the right phrase, Paul. There you go. You've been knocked up, apparently. Knocked up. Well, it would seem so, yes. He's got a bun in the oven, as they might say. Somehow. Not quite sure how. Well, Kelly, you will find literally, I was going to say hundreds, no, hundreds, high hundreds, big hundreds of people who are only interested in going out for social without any kind of, what do you want to call it, funny business. There will be loads, seriously. Whereabouts in the UK are you, Kelly? If you don't mind me asking. Because nowadays there's so many venues around that are safe for anybody to go to. So London, Bristol, Birmingham, Milton Keynes for the BNO. Leeds, Glasgow's got its own event now. Manchester, loads. Junior, what are you talking about, Adam? Have I missed something there? Staffordshire, so that would mean what? Birmingham, out of the ones I just mentioned, Birmingham would probably be the closest, is that right? The staffs? Birmingham's got a good night out. Oh, okay. The old Arnie film. Yeah, I can't remember what got onto that though, where we jumped to Junior from. What did I say previously to that? Not to, oh, okay, we're talking about, oh, right, okay. I'm with you. Yeah, Callie meet Paul. Paul's very nice. I've met Paul. He's a really nice, friendly guy. Goes clubbing. He's not looking for anything specifically. He's just happy to go out and be social with people. Very nice guy. but Paul tends to do the London side of things, as I understand it, Paul. That is you, indeed. Kelly, do you use Chicks at all? You on Chicks? You'll find lots of events on there, and they've got a forum as well, which literally, if you put a forum post out there saying you're looking for your first night out in Birmingham, anyone going, any advice, something along those lines, you'll get replies. But like I said, only if you're motivated to do it, because you said you was kind of yes and no, so I don't want to be. I'm not trying to push you down that route. I'm saying. Oh, these are going down way too quickly now. Put those to there. And I step forward a bit, then they're more out of reach. Show it a bit more leg as well. What am I munching on? I am munching on those, which are Tesco Finest tortilla chips, chili salsa roja. Now, Matt, are you talking about my crisps, or are you talking about the little flasher stocking top? Because I kind of know you. I suspect it's more to do with that than the crisps. But may be wrong. Yeah, I guessed right. There you go. I've been on there for a while. Videos I do and they give the wrong impression of people. But this is the problem with, I'm going to say people, the other people. It's people being pigeonholing people into certain things, which is wrong, because everybody's got the right to be a social animal when they want to be, a little bit more naughty when they want to be, go off and do something else when they want to be. Everybody's got the the freedom to do that. But I know what you mean. People do tend to pigeonhole you into, if they see you doing a certain thing, they think that's what you're all about. But that's not your problem. That's their problem for not being smart enough to realise that there's probably more to you than that. I mean, the same goes. I mean, I think for most people, a lot of people have got an intimate sexual life, or whatever you want to call it, um, and some people do that on an online platform. But they're also, it doesn't mean that that's what they're all about. You know, that they can be very nice people who, in other circles, are looking to go out for a drink and just have a good social night. It's their problem. And Paul said it as well. Exactly the same thing. It's their problem. If they can't see beyond that, then but it will attract. Yes, you will always, when people see it, you will attract certain types. But those are the people you're not looking to investigate things like social nights out with. You look at a different audience for that. Wow. It's difficult if you look for a social night out within the audience that see you in that other role, then you're going to find it difficult because they're all there for one reason, and they may, you know, some of them might be flexible, they might be interested in a night out as well, but they're never going to truly see you as a social person if they already have you pigeonholed as something else. It's very difficult to get away from that, and the best way is actually to find a different group of people through a different avenue. So you go to chicks and you go to a different site and you make some new friends, and on that site you present yourself as Kelly, the girl who's just looking to make friends, chat, do social with. Then you can pull those people as the people you'll look to do nights out with. And yeah, the nightlife scene is really good. It's good if you can find the right people. And when I say that, I mean most people. Most people who go out socially on the trans scene are good, decent people. They're good, decent people, and they're also they're not people who, they look great, but they're not. Don't be mistaken into thinking that everybody looks. Everybody goes out, is 30 years old, has absolutely flawless makeup, hugely expensive hair, clothes. It's not the case. You'll find a wide range of people who go out. So. Well, yeah. Firstly, I'm sorry to hear that, but yeah, that is a massive step back, isn't it? Because of that, it's difficult to trust people again once you've had a bad experience. And the one thing I would say to that is that that's not typical of the scene itself. So I would say that it's highly unlikely to happen again. That's not to say that that anybody should assume it won't happen, but it's a really rare event that something like that would happen. So But it's difficult from your perspective, because if you've only met a couple of people and that's what happens on one of those meets, then suddenly it looks like it's a minefield of dangerous meets. So I totally get that. Mm. So it's just about, I guess it's, for you, it's just about chatting online to people, getting to know people a long time before. I mean, when I meet people, I don't do that many meets these days, but when I do, I will chat to them for several months before I'm even considering meeting them. I've met Paul before. We've chatted for, well, we were saying earlier, probably 3 or 4 years. And we have met before. I've talked to Matt probably for 6 to 9 months, Matt, probably. Maybe even a year. Adam, I've spoken to for, I can't remember how long. Too long. Got to say that because he's gone quiet. Let's see if that'll pipe him up. He might wake up. He does good insult, does Matt. Does Adam. Not Matt. He likes the banter. Come on, Adam, where are you? But yeah, Kelly, it's just get to know people. Don't jump into anything. I think a lot of people do jump into meets very quickly these days. My advice would always be just take your time. You're not obliged to jump into anything. If they put you under any kind of pressure, move them on. Move them on, because there's there's no point in taking any chances. If you're not feeling comfortable with it, then don't take the chance. And if somebody's not prepared to talk and understand that you want to get to know somebody before you even think about committing to any kind of meeting them, then that's their problem again. It's their problem, not yours. Okay. Yeah, well, that will make it difficult then. That will make it difficult, of course. But don't allow that to be the benchmark. I know it's difficult because you've had a bad experience, and I mean, it's an awful experience. So it's very difficult to overcome that. But don't let that be the benchmark of what meeting people is about. You'll get to know somebody who's very nice. They will come across as very nice. You'll be able to sense that they're a good, honest, genuinely nice person. And hopefully you'll feel safe enough to do it, because otherwise you're missing out because of one idiot somewhere in the world who's nothing more to say about him. There you go. Let's all do a night out. We'll all go out. Birmingham. A bit long for you, Paul. But Matt's in Leicester, Adam's in Birmingham, Kelly's in Staffs. So you're kind of down there somewhere. . Yeah, there you go. And that's the way to do it, Kelly. You get a group chat like that, and then it's everybody knows you because they've spoken to you. You haven't spoken to everybody for long, but it's safe because it's a group. I can understand why the meeting one-on-one would be very, very difficult and uncomfortable now, but plenty of people who will gladly meet in groups. You need to get your jabs, Paul. What, for Birmingham? Show some more leg. Oh, I will do in a moment, Matt. There you go. Paul, Adam's already answered it for me. He got in there before I could say it. I'll do another stand in a moment, Matt. That's true, Adam. You get the full screen. See, Matt, that's the thing you don't get on the other side. You don't get full screen, of course. The cams are only small. I'm watching on telly. Looks amazing. Thank you, Paul. I'm actually watching it on my television as well because I need the bigger screen so I can read the chat room. It does look okay. The camera's pretty good, so quite a few girls, and they never have experienced anything like that. Look. Yeah, Kelly. Like I said, it's that kind of thing is super rare in, I guess, in most walks of life, but it does happen, and there are some unpleasant people about who are they abuse the situation, and to say it would never happen again would be wrong, but the chances of it happening to somebody are remote, and the chances of it happening to somebody twice even more remote. But you know, there's no there's no rule set applied to it. You can just get unlucky. That's what it is when something like that happens. It's just unlucky. But it does leave somebody thinking, why did that happen to me? Did I do something wrong? Is it something that, is it because I do this or that? But it's not. It's not. It's just time and place is what it is. Wrong time, wrong place. And somebody else's major issues and problems, the person who's caused it. So don't be put off. Just be cautious, but don't be put off. Thank you, Matt. I hope you enjoyed my little twirl and my leg show. Yeah, it's one of those things, Kelly. It takes time. But in time, you won't forget it, but you'll start to feel more comfortable and confident. The way to get rid of a bad experience like that is to experience good things. To continue meeting people and sharing good experiences. And then you'll start to feel that actually that was an isolated incident. Yeah, precisely. Just be cautious. That's all you need to do. Just, I know you spoke to that person a long time. Occasionally, every now and again, a bad one will sort of slip through the net. Can't be helped. No. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly. There you go, Kelly. You're among friends. So. Oh, yes. Hang on, Adam. How has my electric been? Yeah, the electric's been fine since the events of Friday and Saturday. For those who wouldn't know, my electric went off in the early hours of Friday morning, which I thought was a power cut until I realised the street lights were still on and my neighbour's house lights were still on. So I had a person from National Grid come out and have a look. They changed the fuse, everything came back on. 24 hours later, at almost the same time in the morning, the power went off. And when they came out the following day, they blew 3 more fuses trying to get it back on again. So and they basically told me, you've got to get an electrician in to look at the fuse box, or somebody from your energy supplier to check that the meter isn't faulty. And I did that. I had the guy from look at the meter, and he said there's nothing wrong with it. He put the fuse back in just to see what would happen. It all came back on again, and it's been fine since. So fingers crossed. Hopefully he's tinkered with a few things and it's just fixed something. But because there hasn't been a solution found, or a fault, more to the point, I'm not convinced that anything's been fixed. So yeah, and at the time I was on whereby talking to Adam at 5 o'clock in the morning, and apparently it froze with me putting a biscuit in my mouth. I'm so happy you haven't got the photo of that, Adam. It probably wasn't a very flattering look. Well, I haven't got much, Adam. There'd have been no point in blackmailing me. I'll get back to that comment in a minute, Adam. But Kelly, if you find me on Chicks, and I have the same username, just Nicole Watson, no spaces, or on Fab, Nicole Watson, no spaces. If you message me there, you got questions, I can do my best to answer. I've been doing this for 30, don't want to say it, let's just say 30 years at least. So I can probably give you a few pointers if there's anything you want tips or advice on. So right, Adam, I went cross-eyed looking at the biscuit as it froze. Yeah, but this is why I'm glad you didn't get a bloody screenshot of it. And that's the problem with a power cut or an outage or something going wrong, isn't it? You freeze, and then literally that moment which nobody would have seen or spotted is suddenly there, right in front of them. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not seeing that picture. Thank you, Adam. Yeah, I was only without it for about 3 hours on the Friday morning. On the Saturday, so the Saturday just gone, I was without electricity from 4:45 in the morning until about 6 o'clock in the evening. So about 13, 14 hours. And it's amazing when you've got no electric, you just realise just how lucky we are. There's no television, My phone was out of charge. I needed to borrow a battery pack to get my phone charged up again. No form of entertainment in terms of, any of that. No cooking. Everything's just gone. Makes you appreciate the simpler things in life. What's that? Wow, 2 hours. There you go, friendly people. Like I say, met Paul, spoke to him for 4 years. Matt, I haven't met, but spoken to him for about a year. Both very sweet. I can't really vouch for Adam, spoken to him for years and years and years, but I'd steer clear of that one if I were you. Merry Christmas, Adam. Yeah, I know. I remember power cuts when I was younger. They used to come on from time to time. Don't see them very often now, but yeah. This one was more about my property than an actual power cut. So I know, Adam, I wouldn't have said it if you were outside of hearing range. I would have waited until you came within range first, just to make sure you actually hear it. Yeah, because you still pay for your electric, don't you? At the you prepay your electric. I'm amazed that there are still people prepaying electric. I mean, the good thing is you can't spend more than you want to on electric, but when it runs out, I mean, it's be a pain in the ass. Surely. You're very old school, Adam. Very, very old school. Yeah. But what I've done now is I've looked up some lights that I bought on Temu about 12 months ago. It's a 20-meter string of lights. but it's not a socket. It's got a what's it, a battery box on the end of it. Just takes 3 batteries. So if anything goes down now, I've literally got it already a little bit around the room, and I just need to switch it on the battery pack. And hey presto, I've got lights. So and that cost me about £4, and I'm so glad I got it because it's yeah. But I hadn't had it set up the other night because I didn't anticipate a power cut. So I was literally just sat here in the dark when everything went off, literally like I am now, as if I was talking to Adam. Like it was like, where's my phone? Where's that fucking phone? Because the phone was going to be my only source of light, so you know. Ah, you pay for yours, you prepay, Kelly. But you can top up on your phone. There you go, Adam, that's an idea, isn't it? Save you wandering down the old shop to get it topped up, or the post office, or wherever you go these days. Get it on an app. Pay it with a card. Or do you not have a card? Is that the problem? Oh, that's going back a long way, Paul, isn't it? 50 pence pieces into a metre. I've got a very vague memory of that being what the electric was like here when I was a kid. Used to put 50 pences in. Hello there, HM8. I've had a quiet Christmas, thank you very much, which is just the way I like it. And then this evening, so, but it's been perfect. Perfect, it's just what I want, which is no fuss, not having to eat tons of food beyond my means, not having to be social to people that I don't see at any other time of the year other than Christmas Day. It's been perfect, thank you. Have you had a good Christmas? Oh, it's Nay. Oh, that's right, Nay from Chicks, I assume. I missed a bit on the end. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, okay. If you don't like paying with a card, then yeah, I guess that's a good enough reason. But it's got to be better than marching down to the shop to prepay it, surely, with cash. What happens if you run out at midnight and you've literally got nowhere to go and pay for it? I assume you have an option to pay on a card, and you do that under those circumstances, because otherwise you're going to bed sort of knowing that the first thing you got to do in the morning is march down to the shop before you can get any electric. No? I won't cut off after 6. Okay. Well, that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? It'd be a bit shit if it did. Yeah, no, that actually makes sense. Yeah. So you just run up a debt then, I assume, and then pay it off when you come back in. I had a friend who had coin slot on the back of their TV. Had to put 50p in it to watch. Really? That's I can't say I've ever heard of that, to be honest. Wow. Night, Matt. Thank you for watching. Nice to see you. I will speak to you again soon. Merry Christmas to you. I'll catch up with you soon. Night, night. Sleep well. That's a good point, Paul. Imagine. I mean, yeah. What can I say? Your lecky ran out. See, now you're talking like a Brummie, Paul. Your lecky ran out. He's brought you down to his level. Your nan had it on her telly as well. I've never heard of a television which you had to put coins in to. That must be really old, seriously. And you, Adam. Oh my God, this is absolutely new to me. A television which you seriously, if you lot ganged up and come up with this big wind up on Nicole, see how gullible she is. A television that you put coins into in order for it to operate. Wow. Wow. Never heard of that before. Never heard of that before. I mean, even 40, 50 years ago, I would struggle to think that. Yeah, well, there you go. You've never said lecky? No, yeah, Paul says lecky's a Scouse thing, I think. Yeah, probably is more lecky. Lecky. Yeah, probably more Scouse than Brummie. And I'm not going to say anything more than that because I've probably got some lovely subscribers who are from Birmingham and from Liverpool, and I certainly don't want to make any kind of badly thought out jokes. Although I'm sure they got a good sense of humour up in Birmingham and Liverpool. Night, Matt. Oh, Adam, really? What? Your dad had it on a HD flat screen? No, that's not. Surely that's not possible. I can believe. I can just about believe that there might be a television around which was coin operated, but it would be a whopping great old television with a, this deep, this wide, this small television, really deep, old fashioned. I can believe it. Not a HD flat screen, surely. Wow. Well, there you go. What's attached to it? You can do it. Okay. Never heard of it. I will have to Google it in order to believe that you people are not winding me up. I think completely. I don't think you are winding me up, but it still sounds too silly to be true. But yeah. And Paul, I'm happy for you to say that. I will not say that for the risk of alienating people. Too posh. I'm not posh, Adam. I wish I was. No, actually, I don't. I don't want to be posh. I don't want to be posh. I want to be classy. That's a different thing altogether. Posh is, yeah, there's nothing nice to say about posh, really. I'm not posh. Take it back. Take it back. Good night, Kelly. Thank you very much for stopping in. Lovely to chat to you. And do look me up on Chicks. I'll gladly have a chat with you. Really nice to see you here. So sleep well. Posh totty. I'm a Londoner. Alienation is what we're good at. Well, I would probably say some of you are good at it. Some of you are much better than that. Some of you are very nice. But, yeah, enough said. No, I didn't, Adam. No, I was supposed to be doing a meet on Monday night. Sadly, I had to cancel because I wasn't feeling well. And then Tuesday night, because I wasn't feeling well, I got up late, so I didn't end up doing it. And then today, I thought, yeah, definitely got to do it. Oh, hello there. I've got no idea how to pronounce that, I'm afraid. Where are you from? Where's that? I wouldn't know. I can't recognise the text. Let me know where you're from. Merry Christmas to you. I've already eaten, already had dinner. It's already done. yeah, so this is now the end of the day, and yeah, just relaxing. No, Adam, I got no idea. No idea if that's. I have no idea where that's from. Is it Eastern European or is it Arabic? I don't know. No idea. I've got nobody dining with me. I've already eaten tonight. And I'm certainly not serving dinner to anybody. Ah, yeah, possibly Paul. Could be Greek. Do you know what? I think you're probably right. Ah, Hellenic. Okay. Thank you. Hmm. Hmm. It's nice to see you here. Yeah, Paul was right. There's no prizes though, Paul, I'm afraid. So that means that you will be, what, 2 hours? Is it 2 hours in front, Greece, in that region? So it'd be 3 o'clock in the morning. Hmm. I am the prize. Well, I can offer you a Tesco finest tortilla chip. And for the record, Adam, you guessed wrong, so no prizes, I'm afraid. Yeah, it's on its way, Paul. I'll save one. I'll wrap it up tomorrow. You'll have it by Friday. Oh, you've got rain over there as well. But 18 degrees. Wow. It's very cold here. I say very cold. It's I don't actually know what temperature it is at the moment, but it's down in the low 1-2 degrees, I think. What have we got? Where's my weather? Weather app. 18 degrees you've got. Oh, well, actually, it's not too bad. It's 13 degrees here. I thought it was lower than that, but 18, yes. Ooh. 13 here, so a bit colder. I should get. You want it hand delivered, Paul? There's going to be a serious increase in the delivery cost. I can send that in an envelope for about £2, or I can get in the Uber as well, and it will probably cost about £200 for me to hand deliver it to you. Is it 8 where you are, Paul? Sorry, Adam. 8. Well, my app says it's 13 here. I thought it was colder, but then I haven't been outdoors, so hand delivery. Yeah. You prefer it by hand, I guess. Mm-hmm. You want to be a housewife and dress nicely for your man? Not really, no. I'm not looking for a husband. I think it's much more fun having a single life. And wouldn't this be dressing nicely for a man? I think it would. I don't think there's many men who would be disappointed in me dressed like this. What do I know? A full screen moment there. Which moment was that in particular, Adam? Well, more to the point, what do you call small screen moments, to put you on the spot? Hmm? Thank you, Paul. Uh, yeah, I get what you mean by that, but what was the moment that meant you had to push aside the chat screen in order to go full screen? Did something happen that wasn't supposed to happen? Miss Claus every day. I get bored of it if I did it every day. This is my favourite. This is officially my favourite outfit, which I tell everybody multiple times. But it's probably my favourite outfit because it only comes out for 2 weeks of the year. If I wore it every week of the year, or you know, even from time to time, I think I would get a bit bored of it. Ah, okay. Thank you, Adam, for confirming confirming that. Actually, let's move that before I have an accident with a glass of wine on the sofa before, doing that same thing, putting a glass there and then putting my hand down on the sofa and it toppling over, which wasn't very clever. I wish it could be Christmas every day too, Paul. Then I could wear this all the time and it would feel appropriate. But then it'd still get boring, wouldn't it? So. So, let's see some slide on. There we go. That's true, Adam. That's true, but it would still get boring, wouldn't it? The same dress all the time. It's my there we go. Better. Merry Christmas. So I've been going for over 2 hours now. I'm so pleased this worked, because this was the first stream I've done with my new laptop, so it was a bit of a test. To get everything set up again and working. It worked. I just need to I'm using the laptop tonight. I decided to get Streamlabs downloaded onto my laptop, so giving it a go on the laptop for the first time, and it works, which is good, as I expected it to, but you always have a few technical hiccups, especially with the audio. But I'll be back in just a sec. I wouldn't do that to you, Paul. You know me. Oh, there's a good idea there. Be right back. Yeah. 30 minutes later, you're still looking at a sofa. I wonder how long you'd wait. I'm curious to know now. In general, I'm not using it a lot, no. But it's there as a backup. I have considered using it as when I do my cams elsewhere, because Streamlabs could, Steph could log into the one, me log into the other, and then we could have the two cams, but both be at the same venue. But I'm not sure how Steph would feel about logging into a PC at my house. Some people are a little bit more cautious about that sort of thing. But the nice thing is I can now take the laptop to Steph's, so that when she logs in on her PC, I can log in on mine. And when we're in the other chat room, we can both be in there on our separate cams, but we can set one cam up like this to show the entire sofa, and then we could have one closer in for a face cam. I did, yeah, I got a message from her to say Happy Christmas. But I was meant to listen to a radio show today, and I missed it. I'm really annoyed at myself. I was supposed to listen at 4 o'clock, and I missed it. And I'm like, oh, it repeats on Friday at 2 AM, so I'm going to tune in then, and I see it on Saturday night. But I was annoyed. Yeah, I missed it. She won't kill me for that. But it's more about the fact that I said a word and I wanted to. And I'm annoyed that I didn't, because, she wants people to listen, so obviously. So I'm annoyed that I didn't do it. But I will put an alarm in my phone to keep me awake until 2 AM on Friday night, Saturday morning, and I will listen to the repeat before I see her on Saturday. So as long as she doesn't message me before now and then to say, did you listen to the show, how was it, I might get away with it. And she ain't going to watch 2 hours of this. So, and if you do, hi Steph. What have where are they? Are they here? I bought a couple more things off Temu and, AliExpress. Do you want to have a look at them? They're going to be shown off on cam at some point. 2 new outfits. I'll go and get them, and then you can have a little look. She does have that page, yeah, but she doesn't upload it until a week later, so it won't be there for listening to until next week. I've already tried that, Adam. Didn't work. Where's me running off? Where is it? That's lights. There. Oh, what have I done with those? Oh, yeah, I'll be right back. Well, that is a mystery. Where have they gone? Wow. That's a mystery. I can't actually find them. That's really weird. Really weird. Because there aren't many places that they can be. It's insane. Right, last look and then I'll be back. 60 seconds. Well, that is complete madness. My house isn't that big, I mean, it's just stupid. Wow. Oh my God, where'd they gone? That is really bizarre. I almost feel like I imagine they turned up because I know weird. I've got no explanation. They're absolutely not in the living room. They wouldn't have gone to the they wouldn't have gone to the kitchen, or the toilet, or the bathroom, or the spare room, or the other spare room. Got to be in my bedroom, and I can't see them. Saturday. They're not Saturday. The first one came on Monday. The other one came on Tuesday. Yes. Oh. And they were on here. And they were with, right, they were with the yellow, I bought a yellow and brown pansy not long ago. They were with that. So, bright yellow, brown pansy. One last run, and then I give up. Yeah, they are going to be absolutely somewhere stupid. 60 seconds, I'll be back. Yellow, brown pansy I'm looking for. There you go. If I hadn't remembered that they were with the last thing that I opened, which was a brown panty in bright yellow, I wouldn't have found them. But I saw the bright yellow brown panty in a package on the floor, and hey presto. But this, they're in the bedroom, amongst a few other things that have been thrown on the floor. This is a PVC dress. It's upside down, so it's strapless. It's got the corset buckles here, and then lace up from here, and on the back it's lace up all the way down. So that will be for kinky, yes indeed. The pair of 5 boots for a little bit of dom stuff. And the other thing is I said I'd get one of these because me and Steph are always looking for uniform nights. So there you go. There's the headband, which tells you what it is. and it's a white and red. This is uniform. With a zip up the front, which I think is nice, which will be seen, no doubt, on cam in the coming weeks. Me and Steph will do a uniform night. Cough and drop. Yeah. Wow. So that will be seen at some point, and I may do a YouTube video in it, or I may not. I don't know. If somebody happens to watch this stream and hears that, they'll ask me to wear it, and I might do. There you go. There's the test. See if anybody actually watches these streams or not. There we go. So we've almost made it to 3 hours. Yeah, I might do. I'm probably more likely to do it as part of a video about what I've bought off Temu and AliExpress. A sort of haul video, as they call it, and then show all the outfits off. But I could do a nurse uniform night, but on the live stream, if I get a few people request it, then I will do it. I will consider your request to be number one. Request number one. So if I get 10, I'll do it. Not very likely though. Unboxing and try-ons, yes. I could have done quite a few of those over the past year, really. But I could still do them. But I'll probably do a Temu video, which would be, this is what I bought over the past year, and then show off the 5 favourites being one. Yeah, I think a try-on video would be good. I mean, lots of people do it. So I might do it for one for Temu. I could do the one for Shine and the one for AliExpress. Hang on, Adam. I didn't ask for one request. I said if somebody requests it, and then before you got the chance to reply, I came in and said, if I get 10 people request it. Did I not? There needs to be a few people. Come on and chat. I can't do things on the request of one. Got to try and ramp it up a bit. So there you go, you can go out and promote it for me. And if I get 9 more people ask for it, then hey presto. Bob's your uncle. Well, yeah, but will they? Or do I just, to put this very carefully, do I just get the wrong audience? If you ask 10 times, I will consider it one enthusiastic request. But I'll consider you 2 people to be two of the requests, so I need 8 more. So see, if somebody watches this video and says, get the nurse uniform on, then yeah. It won't happen, but I might do it anyway, and you'll see it anyway on Webby. I'll do a Webby cam for you both in it, so you can see it. Anyway, or 5 each, yeah. 5 each if you want to see it on YouTube, but I'll do it on Webby anyway, because it's just easier. I'll do it one night next week, or the first week in the new year. I'll do the nurse uniform, and I'll invite you both to Webby. Can't say fairer than that. I know. I know you are. And I'm very grateful for it. I enjoy your enthusiasm. The same enthusiasm that I have for these crisps. Luckily, they've all broken down into little bits at the bottom, so I can't finish them off quickly, which is great. Remind me if I forget, and I'll do it. So. I think this weekend, me and Steph will probably do, because it's still over the Christmas period, we'll probably do the Christmas thing again. Because I want one last chance to wear this before I hang it out for another year. So. Thank you, Paul. And I'm glad of yours too. But you know that anyway, so. Do you know what? I'm not going to. But if I wasn't on cam now, that's exactly what I would be doing. But it's not very ladylike, so I'm going to reject that request. Nice try there. So good. Can't waste any. Oh, that's, you know that bit at the bottom of the bag where there just seems to be a ton more flavour than there, you know, they're already quite spicy and hot. Right, let's put on the old, the Steph wrap. Can you remember? That's it. There you go. There we go. Hooray. The dust. That's it, the dust. Oh, need a drink after that. Right, and I'm on to the last little, so I've done a whole bottle of wine tonight. 3 hours the stream has been going for, so I'm good until I empty my glass. Then I'll stop the stream. So we've got not much left, but as it's now 1:49 in the morning, and then I might dip onto what's it, the other one, Fab, just for a very short while. Although I doubt there'll be many people in there at this time in the morning. Before I go to bed, so probably 10-15 minutes, depending on how quickly I wolf that down. It was a full bottle at the start, yes. So yeah, but the stream's been running for 3 hours now, so bottle of wine, 3 hours. And I only drink when I'm dolled up now, so I don't bother drinking the rest of the time. So. How much do you reckon you've drunk then, Adam? How about you, Paul? How much have you drunk today? Has it been an alcohol-free day, or has it been a slow, progressive run of drinks on the alcohol front? You pace yourself. Yeah, that's the only way to do it, isn't it? There's no point in getting drunk to the point of you're not enjoying yourself, or you're kind of losing your senses. That's where I know now when to stop. When it's, I say that, I didn't a few weeks ago. And Steph was here, I drank. I opened the second bottle while she was here, and I wish I hadn't done, because once I'd opened it, I wanted to finish it. I don't like leaving half bottles in the fridge. 10 cans. It's a dry day for you, Paul. Okay. I guess with your nephew with you, it makes a difference, but I thought you might have a cheeky one somewhere. Although it's all, for me, it makes a difference who your company is. I think if I had kids around, yeah, I wouldn't be drinking either, or youngsters, But if you're in the company of people who are also going to have a drink, then yeah, it makes all the difference. Whereas you would have been not Paul, Adam, because you went down the pub, didn't you, at one point? Beer pong. Now I'm going to assume that's beer glasses with a ping pong ball where you've got to bounce it into the glasses. But do correct me if I'm wrong, because I've never played beer pong. No, I don't, Paul. Unless, like I say, unless I'm dolling up for the night and I'm going on cam, I ain't drinking. I just don't have any desire for it. It's nice when I'm dolled up, open a bottle of wine, chat to a few friends. Makes all the difference. It's all about the company, actually. Oh, the vape's run out. Not beer glasses. Oh, you mean bottles? Oh, it wasn't at the pub. Okay. Oh, you said no pub today, so yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. It's well, you had your nephew with you, so that makes a big difference anyway. But even if you hadn't have done, I think the idea of a long walk to the pub where you have a drink, you sit down, you be social for a bit, and then you have the long walk back. I think that's much nicer these days than going out and just drinking and spending money for the sake of it. It was good when I was younger, but can't do it now. Ah, so where did you go then, Adam? You didn't go to the pub, but you didn't stay home, and you've been around people. So was it somebody having was it family? Your dad's or? So you're drinking beer out of plastic wine glasses, is what you're saying? Yeah, cool. You have one whilst watching a game at home. I can't drink at home for any reason other than I have to be doing something socially, so this falls into social. Obviously, it's great if Steph's here because we do the social camming, and having a friend over anyway is enough of a social. So, but I at very least need to be engaging in some conversation with people. Otherwise, I just got no will to drink. And talking of games, who have Tottenham got tomorrow? United are live against Wolves. Dreading it already. Forest away. Oh, that's um, that's a banana skin, isn't it? For Tottenham, for anyone actually at the moment. So good luck with that. Well, that's true, but it don't work like that, does it? It don't work that way, I'm afraid. That's okay. So, let's see how that is. There we go. Text. Oh, Merry Christmas. Oh, whoops. I thought we could change the colour of the text. Okay. There we go. Okay. Right. We need to. Here's oops. Was it a good one? It was okay. Problem is, there's a 15-second delay on this on the YouTube screen, so I can't. If I hold it up to the camera, I don't know if you'll. I won't be able to see it for. No, you won't be able to see it because it's tilted down. It needs to be tilted more down, maybe. Let's try that. It was okay. The worrying thing is that it was supposed to come through. Oh, thank God for that. It was supposed to come through to Nicole's phone because I've taken that on my main phone. Right, let's see if I can. There we go. Yeah, so it was taken on my main phone, which means I've then got to send it to Nicole's phone, and it didn't come through. I thought I'd sent it to somebody else by mistake. It was only when I picked the phone up and opened WhatsApp that it came through. So there you go. I've sent it to Paul because I've got Paul on WhatsApp, so. Oh, whoops. Right. So, 2 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to end this stream in a moment, but I am going to pop over onto Fab. So if you want to pop over there for a few minutes just to see what it's like. And Paul, you've got the photo. Thank you, Paul. I don't do a lot of photos these days, but it's nice to do one from time to time just to remember evenings by. So I've done that, done my photo, went to Paul, which means I've got the memory somewhere on my phone. So I'll end this stream in a moment. If you're going to pop on Adam to Fab, I'll pop on there just for a bit, just to see what's going on in there. I can put the cam on anyway. Paul, I know you're not on, you don't use Fab, so I'll chat to you again soon. But thank you both for coming on. Thank you, Paul, for coming on when I mentioned I was doing it, because if you hadn't said you were going to be about, I probably wouldn't have done it, because I probably would have been sat here for a while, and it was nice to see Matt and Kelly and the other guy, Nay, pop in just briefly. But I wouldn't have done it unless people sort of come in and participate, and you two have stuck it out for the night, so well done. You deserve a badge, but you're not going to get one. We will. I'll pop onto. I'll try and pop onto Chicks a little bit more often this week and catch you on there. No, you're very welcome. Thank you for joining in and coming tonight. So it's nice to see you here, as you know. So no, I'll speak to you again soon, and I'll speak to you, Adam, in 5-10 minutes. I just need to switch this off and make sure it's all shut down and get switched across to the other one. So I'll be there shortly. And to anybody else who happens to watch this video, I doubt many people are going to sit through 3 hours of video, but if you do, Merry Christmas. Another one done. Thank God for that. Sorry, humbug. Bye-bye. Now, how the hell do I shut this thing down?